What made you say my friend is a psycho? I thought my friend Danny was just protective until she created fake emergency situations to test how quickly I'd respond to her texts and started ranking her friends by response time. We met in a pottery class last year and clicked instantly. She was always the first to comment on my social posts and remembered details about my life that even my boyfriend forgot. It felt nice having someone who genuinely cared. The first red flag appeared when I didn't answer her call while at a movie. I came out to 14 missed calls and a text saying her car broke down in a sketchy area. I immediately called back, panicking, only for her to answer casually from her apartment. Just wanted to see how long it'd take you to respond? You passed! I laughed it off as a weird joke, but my stomach knotted as I drove home that night. Something felt off, but I pushed the feeling away. Danny had been there for me during tough times. Friends have quirks, right? But then, the emergencies kept happening. A family emergency, while I was at dinner with my parents. I immediately stepped outside, my food getting cold, only to hear Danny laugh and say her mom was fine. She just wanted to make sure I was available if needed. During my final exam, my phone vibrated repeatedly with texts about Danny's breakup crisis. I couldn't concentrate. As soon as I finished, I rushed out without double-checking my answers, calling her immediately. "Oh, we didn't actually break up," she said cheerfully, "but thanks for calling so quickly." The possible break-in during my sister's birthday was the worst. We were in the middle of toasting when my phone exploded with messages from Danny describing strange noises and someone trying her door handle. I called the police as I drove to her apartment, heart hammering, only for her to open the door completely calm, Netflix playing in the background. "False alarm," she said brightly, "but wow, you got here in record time, 17 minutes." I stood in her doorway, suddenly aware of how manipulated I felt. My sister had sent a group photo from the party, everyone smiling, a space where I should have been. I'd missed everything, for nothing. Each time I'd drop everything to help, only to discover she was completely fine. She'd time my responses down to the second, and thank me for being reliable. The validation felt good at first, but it was starting to feel like training a dog. One night at her apartment, I noticed a whiteboard in her room with all her friends' names listed in order. Next to each name was a response time. Mine was at the top with 4.7 minutes average. Some names had red lines through them. When I asked about it, she casually explained it was her reliability chart. She'd been creating fake emergencies for months to test everyone. Some friends had been completely cut off for failing the test by taking too long to respond. "Rachel took 47 minutes last Thursday," she said, pointing to a crossed-out name. She claimed she was in a work meeting, but I saw her Instagram story. The casual way she described essentially ending friendships made my skin crawl. She showed me a detailed spreadsheet on her laptop with every test scenario, every friend's response, and notes about their excuses. There were even formulas calculating loyalty scores based on response times. "You're my most reliable friend," she said proudly, putting a hand on my shoulder. "Nobody else consistently drops everything for me like you do." The way she squeezed my shoulder felt less like affection and more like ownership. I smiled awkwardly and excused myself to the bathroom, where I promptly turned my phone to silent and texted my boyfriend to call me with an emergency in 5 minutes.